Hello students, hope you all are fine. I am Miss Nehali Topiwala, your SS teacher. Today we will start with Unit 4, Early States of Political System in India. Now in India, how the political system was run in early states. So this we are going to see in this chapter. There were two types of political system ruled and run in our India, that is Janpad and Mahajanpads. So which were the states at that time, and and what type of system they were running, we will see in this chapter. Early states of political system in India. We get information about the political system and institutions from the Vedas, epics, and Buddhist texts. In the Rigvedic period or Vedic period, the form of statehood was similar to that of Kabilai rule. So we get this political system, we get this information from the various Vedas, epics that we are learning in the history, right? Or from the Buddhist texts. But in Rigvedic period or Vedic period, this all is similar. It form a statehood, and it is all in a similar way they were ruling. Its head was called Rajanya, who was to be elected. Political organization like Sabha and Samiti existed, and though the head who was ruling it, who had that power, was called as Rajanya, and he was elected only by the common people, right? In the same way, political organization like we have right now legislative house and all these things. In the same way, Sabha Samiti was there to a group of people who used to discuss about all the system that is going to be worked or carried out. This community was also called Vish, and this community means Samiti, Sabha, and all these things were also known as Vish. Afterwards, different type of political system were implemented in India, and later on different types of system came into existence as the time got changed. So as I told you that we are going to see two types of things in this chapter, that is Janpad and Mahajanpad. So what is Janpad? So about 1000 BC, the earlier states of India of different clans were established in Punjab and the Ganges river area. These were called Janpad. Janpad was the area or place of a person's habitat. Now what is Janpad? Janpad means a place or a habitat, particular एक ही जगह पे जहाँ पे वो they used to rule. एक ही जगह पे they used to rule their system, work for their system. And this was done 1000 BC before Christ, and it was established in Punjab near and Ganges river area, and there they used to sit, and there they used to follow this system. The word Janpad is used in the sense of state. Janpad means one state, एक ही जगह को जनपद बोला जाता है. जनपद was a state system that was very unique from the clan society of Rigvedic age, and this system was known as unique system as it was different from something different from Rigvedic age. It includes the states of different groups like Kuru and Panchal. Means there were different groups also in this Janpad, that were Kuru and Panchal. Now what is Mahajanpad? Mahajanpad are 16 in India. There are around 6th century about 16 Mahajanpads have been found in India. Some of these Mahajanpads were republics, while some were monarch type of state. These Mahajanpads are outlined in the following table. Now Mahajanpad means what? Something big. That there are 16 Mahajanpads in India, and among them some were republic. Republic means जनरल पीपल के लिए होता था, जनरल लोगों के लिए होता था. एंड गणतंत्र means common people. There are different names also. For republic they used ganatantra word, and for monarch type of state they used rajtantra. Monarch means जो राजा रजवाड़ा लोग यूज़ करते थे, that is known as monarchy type of states. So that was known as rajtantra. See, raj and gan means for general people, local people, and raj means for किंगडम, राजा लोगों के लिए, किंग के लिए. सो दिस such type of names were given. For republic they used Ganatantra and for monarch they used Rajtantra. So there are certain Mahajanpads given in this following table. There are 16 Mahajanpad, and in this 16 Mahajanpad some are used for republic people and some are used for monarch type of states. So what are the 16 Mahajanpads? It is given with their capital and their current location is also given, that where it is still there, where it exists still. So Anga, its capital is Champa and it is located in East Bihar. Vaji, capital Vaishali, North Bihar. Mala, Kushinara area near Gorakhpur, that is in Uttar Pradesh. Kashi, Varanasi, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh location is there. Magad, Girivraj, Rajgir, its capital, and South Bihar it is located. Kosal, Shravasti, Ayodhya, Awadh, Uttar Pradesh. Vatsa, Kaushambi areas near Prayagraj, that is in Uttar Pradesh. Chedi, Suktimati, the region between Yamuna and Narmada, that is in central India. Panchal, Ahichatra, Kampelia, Badayu area near Burli, Uttar Pradesh. Sursen, Mathura, region near Mathura, Uttar Pradesh. Kuru, Indraprastha, region near Delhi and Meerut. Ashmaka, Podanya, on the bank of Godavari river. Avanti, capital Ujjaini, region of Malwa. Matsya, Viratnagar, region near Jaipur, that is Rajasthan. Gandhar, Takshashila, region near Peshawar and Rawalpindi. And last is Kamboj, that is Lajpur, region near southwest Kashmir. So these are the 16 Mahajanpads with their capital and current location, that where it is situated. So this 16 you have to remember, and for regarding that there is a map also, that where it is located at which place. So just try to remember these Mahajanpads and they are cities with the capital. Okay. Now here we will see about the monarch state system, that how the Rajtantra were ruling, how their system was working. So the state in which the king was chief was called monarch. Among the Mahajanpads of this time, there was competition for power, which mainly consisted of four powerful states, that is Magad, Kosal, Vatsa, Avanti, in which Magad eventually became famous as a powerful state. So monarch system. What is monarch system? As I told you, that it was the state in which king were the chief, where king were ruling. Okay, so among this all 16 Mahajanpad at that time there was a competition among all the kings, and which was consisted, means there were competition between four states, that is Magad, Kosal, Vatsa and Avanti, and in which in all these four Magad became the most powerful state. So we are going to study about Magad only in this chapter. Now Magad, at the time of Buddha in monarch state system, Magad became powerful Mahajanpad. Three powerful dynasty ruled over Magad. So Magad at the time of Buddha it was started, and monarch state system, king were ruling it. At the time of Buddha, in monarch state system, Magad became powerful Mahajanpad, and there were three powerful dynasty who ruled over Magad. Means three dynasty had existed in this Magad, and they were ruling it. Different dynasty came into existence. Different rajya aaye usme, and they showed their own way of ruling the state. So first dynasty that ruled over Magad was Haryanaka dynasty. Bimbisar was founder of this dynasty. Headquarter capital of Magad was Rajgir, which was situated on the bank of Ganga and Shan river. So Haryanaka dynasty came into existence, and who was the founder? Who found this dynasty? किसने ये राज्य ढूंढा था? तो that was Bimbisar. And headquarter means its capital was Rajgir. We have seen above. And which was situated, where it is situated, so it is situated at the bank of Ganga and Shan river. After him his son Ajatashatru came to power and made Patliputra his capital. So after Bimbisar, his son ruled over this dynasty. He became the king and he came to the power and made Patliputra its capital. He found a war with Vajiyunian and defeated Lichavis. In this way, he extended the rule of Magad. And his son fought with Vaji state and defeated Lichavis, means it is the capital place, and then he extended. In this way, उसने अपना राज्य को दूसरे स्टेट्स में बढ़ा दिया, एक्सटेंड कर दिया. And then came Nag dynasty. Nag dynasty came to power after Haryanaka dynasty, which includes king named Shishungnaga, who was associated with Buddha religion. So this dynasty came when Haryanaka dynasty was ruined. ख़त्म हो गई थी उसका रूलिंग पावर वॉज फिनिश्ड एंड दिस डायनेस्टी केम इनटू एग्जिस्टेंस. उसमें हु वाज द किंग? हिज नेम वाज शिशुंगना एंड हु वाज एसोसिएटेड, मीन्स ही वाज फॉलोइंग द बुद्धा रिलीजन, दिस शिशुंगना. एंड देन थर्ड केम नंद डायनेस्टी. Nand dynasty established by Mahapadmanand was most powerful. Mahapadmanand is considered to be the first Indian empire. When this Nanda dynasty came into existence, Mahapadmanand was the powerful king at that time and it was considered to be the first Indian empire. During this time, Magad had become the most powerful state of India, and when this dynasty came into existence, at that time Magad had more powers to rule. At the time of Alexander's invasion on India, Magad was ruled by the king named Dhananand of Nand dynasty. And when Alexander's invention was been done in India, at that time what happened? Magad was ruled by the king. His name was Dhananand and he was ruling this Magad at that time, and he belonged to Nanda dynasty at that time. So these three dynasties ruled over Magad and it became the most powerful state at the time of monarch system. So monarch system के अंदर only Magad was ruling and it was having a powerful state. Now let us move towards republic. Who are republic? How is republic state ruled at that time? A republic is a state directly or indirectly ruled by head who is elected by the people. As I told you, republic is a state where local people, common people are being elected and they are directly or indirectly elected by the people only and made the head. The republic was a significant feature of the ancient state and system of governance. The common meaning of Gana is mass. As I told you that republic is given the different name, that is Ganatantra. Gana means in mass, huge quantity. A state run by more than one member can be called a republic. A state who is running by more than one member, जहाँ पे एक से ज़्यादा लोग काम करते हैं, उसे रिपब्लिक बोला जाता है. At this time there were some states in which the king was chosen by the people, and yes, at that time also some states were such where king was there and king only chose the people who will be the head of the state. Such a state was called republic. There were republics of Lichavi, of Vaishali, Shakyas of Kapilvastu, Videha of Mithili, Mala of Kushinara, etc. तो means these states के ये सारे heads थे, republics थे. In such a system of affairs, each member was given the status of king. Now those who have been elected, so that each members were given a status, उनको ऐसा ही माना जाता था that they are the king. See, know this, Gana. Gana means, Gana word was used for group of many members. Gana means organization or group. As I told you, Gana is a organization, एक पूरा group, members of group of members, sorry. Sangh means organization or assembly, means एक छोटा सा organization या फिर एक छोटी सी सभा, assembly. Okay. Now next in this we are going to see about Vaishali Vaji state. How was Vaishali ruled. Vaishali state was ruled in this system. Monarch wished to increase their power and empire by occupying the surrounding territories. Seeing this, Lichavis, Vaji, Gaituk, Vidhe, Shakya, Mala, etc., 8 or 9 tribes who established the union state for their protection was known as Vaji state. सो मोनार्क मीन्स राजाओं की यही इच्छा थी दैट दे हैव टू इंक्रीज देयर पावर, अपना एम्पायर उनको ऑक्यूपाई करना था, अपनी एरिया बढ़ानी थी, दे वांटेड टू एक्सटेंड देयर किंगडम. तो सीइंग दिस, ये देखते हुए व्हाट हैपेंड, लिच्छावीस, वजी, गैटुक, विधे, शाक्या, माला एक्सेट्रा, ये सारे जो 8 और 9 ट्राइब्स जो थे, दे इस्टेब्लिश्ड अ यूनियन स्टेट. उन्होंने एक अपनी खुद की एक यूनियन स्टेट बनाई एंड उसका प्रोटेक्शन, फॉर देयर प्रोटेक्शन, मतलब कि राजा लोग उसमें एंटर नहीं कर पाएंगे, इस वजह से दे मेड देयर ओन स्टेट यूनियन and that union was known as Vaji state. Vaishali, the capital of Lichavi, was the main center of union state, and Vaishali was the capital of Lichavi, so it was considered to be the main union state, center of it. Okay, thus it was named Republic of Vaishali. और फिर उसके इसीलिए उसका नाम क्या दिया गया था, इट वॉज गिवन द नेम ऑफ रिपब्लिक ऑफ वैशाली. The state administration of republic was governed by the Sabha, because of which it was called the republic. Means the state administration, the work that was carried out in that administration was governed by, कौन देखता था, by the Sabha. सभा मतलब सारे लोग, एक group of people. So that's why it was called republic. In republic, all the powers of house rested in the hands of the members. Means that all the powers were there in the members, hands of members only. जो भी जितने भी members उसमें थे, they all had that powers. But in monarch system, what was the power? Who was having the power? Only the king was having the power. So all the members sat in Sabha and all affairs were passed in the house by vote or unanimity. Means that all the members, whatever discussion they wanted to do, whatever planning they wanted to do, तो all the members sat in a sabha, एक group में बैठते थे, एक meeting में बैठते थे, and they used to discuss, they used to pass everything in that house by vote, या फिर बिन हरीफाई से जीतते थे, या फिर वोटिंग से इलेक्ट होते थे. In all this way they used to do that thing. The place where meeting was held was called Skanktam. The place where they held this meeting, जहाँ पे वो लोग बैठते थे, जहाँ पे अपनी सभा बनाते थे, that was known as Skanktam. The elderly as well as youth were selected as the member of the state assembly. The Republicans elected their president for state administration. Now elderly as well as youth, मतलब कि aged people also as well as कम एज के लोग ऑल्सो, दे बोथ वेर सिलेक्टेड एज द मेंबर. कोई भी उसका मेंबर बन सकता था. द रिपब्लिकन इलेक्टेड देयर प्रेसिडेंट. मीन्स जो भी जीता था उसी मेंबर्स में से दे यूज टू इलेक्ट देयर प्रेसिडेंट फॉर स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, अपना काम चलाने के लिए, एंड वो भी इलेक्शन से ही होता था. In the republic, each member was considered as the king. As I told you that they all had the powers to rule their state. But in monarch, it was not. The king was only one and he used to rule it. But in republic, each member were considered as the king. Republic had their own council in which many important issues like administration, defense, war, treaty, etc. were discussed and then decided. Means republic के अपने अपने खुद के एक councils होते थे, अपना अपना खुद का एक अलग से डिपार्टमेंट होता था, where administration department is different, defense department, war, treaty, etc. All these departments were different, and whatever important issues were there regarding it, they were discussed in their own council only, and then the following steps were taken to improve it or whatever thing. Any member could enjoy membership for a fixed time only. An executive committee assisted the president of the republic in the administration of the state. There was a fixed time limit for the membership. Not every member should continue for a long time. There was a membership for only fixed period of time. As we have election in our India, that every 5 years a prime minister has been elected. In the same way, here also fixed period of time is given, and in that period of time, every period of time changes, the new member is been elected. An executive committee assisted the president of the republic in the administration of the state. और president अगर नहीं होता है, executive committee can assist in the and the work will proceed further. Now we will see about their social life and state administration of republic states. According to the archaeologist, people of this time lived in simple houses. They were associated with pastoral activities. At this time, crops like wheat, rice, barley, sugarcane, sesame, mustard, cereals were grown. People might have been using clay vessels, especially because archaeologists have found some of these vessels. Some of the pottery found at this time had drawings on them. These utensils were painted in grey color. So, what was their social life and how the administration work was carried on? So social house was like people lived in a very simple house over there, and they were doing the inner activities only, like cropping or making pot vessels, pottery vessels, and drawing on them in this way only. So they used to do the cropping, means agriculture, which kind of crops they used to grow over there. So that is wheat, rice, barley, sugarcane, sesame means till, mustard means rice, and cereals were known. People might have been using clay vessels, मट्टी के बर्तन यूज़ करते थे. Why we can say this? Because archaeologists have found some of the vessels at that time, and some of the pottery found at this times had drawings on them. आप अगर पुरानी चीज़ों को देखोगे, you must have visited some museum or like that, so you must have seen that vessels were been painted. So this was painted in grey color. Utensils were painted in grey color. At this time, ruler of each state did every possible things for the defense of his state. Means whoever the ruler was there in that state, he did everything. जो भी उससे होता था, he used to defense, मतलब protect करने के लिए he did everything for his state. For this reason, strong and high forts were built around the state capital. And to protect means to defend from the other people, other state, what they did, they build a high and strong fort, किले बनाए बड़े बड़े around their state capital. मतलब अपने state के आजू बाजू they made high forts and strong forts. Plenty of stones and bricks were used in it because they used to cover the whole capital over there, whole state over there. So they needed plenty of stones and bricks. Some of the king used to build large, tall and magnificent wall around their kingdom to showcase their power and prosperity. And some राजा तो ऐसे थे जो अपनी prosperity, अपना power, अपना ज़्यादा शो करने के लिए they made tall magnificent walls around this kingdom. The brick wall from Prayagraj dates back to around 2500 years ago. So we can say that forts with high walls might have been constructed at this time. See, you can see ऐसे बड़े बड़े किले in this picture. You can see these are the brick wall of Fort Prayagraj, Allahabad में, and this is around 2500 years ago back. पुराना है इतना. All the Mahajanpads of this time needed a large army and a strong fort for defense. Means ये सारे महाजनपद जो 16 महाजनपद थे, they needed a very strong army and very large army to defense. मतलब अपने स्टेट को बचाने के लिए उनको ये सारे इतने लोग चाहिए थे to defense from other state. People were taxed to meet this need. Farmers used to give 6th part of their yield to the treasury. Means people had to pay taxes for their basic necessity also. And farmer, those who were growing the crops, they have to give 1/6 part of their yield to the treasury. मतलब के अपना 1/6 part जो भी होता था, they have to give it to them. The artisan used to work for the state for 1 day in a month. And artisan जो होते थे उनको एक दिन ऐसा निकालना होता था जहाँ पे वो अपने स्टेट के लिए ही सिर्फ काम करें. कैटल रेयरर्स गिव कैटल एज अ पार्ट ऑफ टैक्स. जो चराते थे, कैटल रेयर करते थे, दे यूज्ड टू गिव कैटल टैक्स के नाम पे कैटल देना पड़ता था. मर्चेंट यूज टू पे टैक्स ऑन द सेल ऑफ गुड्स. जो भी शॉपकीपर्स होते थे, बिजनेसमैन होते थे, ट्रेडर्स होते थे, दे हैड टू पे टैक्स ऑन द सेल ऑफ गुड्स. जो भी चीज़ें वो बेचते थे उस पर उनको टैक्स पे करना पड़ता था एट दैट टाइम. So this was the social and administration life of the people in at that time in Mahajanpads and in Republic time. During the period of Mahajanpad, agriculture started to improve due to iron tools. And lastly, during the period of Mahajanpad, जैसे जैसे ये महाजनपद का चेंजेस होने लगा वैसे वैसे एग्रीकल्चर में भी चेंजेस आने लगे. वाई? बिकॉज आयरन टूल्स वे स्टार्टेड इम्प्लीमेंटिंग. और ज़्यादा अच्छे टूल्स आने लगे तो एग्रीकल्चर वॉज ऑल्सो डन वेरी nicely over there. So I hope you all have understood this chapter very well. We have seen in this chapter the two states that are working in our worked in our India at early time. They are Janpads and Mahajanpads. And in Mahajanpad also some of the states were related with republic and some with monarch. Republic means for common people and monarch means the one who ruled the kingdom, that is king. जो किंग से चलता था उसे मोनार्क बोला जाता था. एंड वी हैव ऑल्सो सीन दे आर सोशल लाइफ एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन लाइफ at that time of republic states. So I hope you have understood this chapter. Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe.